Hi everyone, TRGG here and welcome back to the channel. I hope each and every one of you is enjoying the new expansion, probably some more than others. I myself took some vacation so I could play it an insane amount of time during the launch, but like I said, the launch wasn't the same for everyone. I know I had some issues, like for example, I got DC'd again and again for like half an hour, and then when I finally logged in, the loading screen would be stuck at 80%. This all happened when I was like 3 hours into playing the new expansion, which was roughly around 3 in the morning. I was hyped and hyper on caffeine when I got locked out, and I just sat there for the remaining time watching Twitch and how other people were playing BFA while I couldn't log into the game. I also couldn't go to sleep because I drank too much caffeine and I was way too excited. I think some of you can relate. I was watching Preacher's stream during my leveling experience and during the time that I got locked out, and of course he had one of the smoothest launch experiences ever. It was really weird seeing almost none of the streamers having any logging issues while so many others were getting DC'd or their server went down. So yeah, for some people the launch was pretty frustrating, even more so when you are a grown man or woman and you took real vacation time to play the new expansion at launch and then you got screwed over because your server went down. I know the feeling all too well. Now about the leveling experience, well, I played the beta, so it was definitely not my first playthrough, which to no surprise does ruin the experience a tiny little bit, but that's completely my fault. However, I did get to see the amazing cinematics which weren't available in the beta, and they looked freaking awesome. Like many others, I'm already level 120, and I'm almost level 120 with one of my alts as well. I'm really liking the new expansion. There is a lot of stuff you can do by, for example, exploring the other continent while being in war mode. It's pretty cool. Doing the new dungeons is also pretty sweet, and figuring out how you can improve your character, that's mainly what I like the expansion the most for and what I find the most enjoyable in any new expansion. For the time being, I'm definitely in love with Battle for Azeroth. But again, most guys call this the honeymoon phase, so we'll see what happens and how it will turn out in a couple of months. So all in all, I'm not really going too hard on my main, because in my eyes it's not that beneficial and you can spend your time on WoW more efficiently. Yes, I know, it's still a video game. But nevertheless, I will go over the things I personally do that don't require too much time, but still they require some time, but nothing mind-blowing. And then again, you probably have vacation and are playing so much that you are not far away from turning into a complete zombie. But that aside, here are by far the most important things you have to keep an eye on while playing Battle for Azeroth. Starting with probably the most important thing, getting those reputations with all of the different factions. In particular with the Champion of Azeroth faction, where Bronzebeard is your emissary guy. You can get the most efficient amount of reputation by simply doing the world quests. However, once you have reached friendly with this faction, I would really recommend purchasing a scroll from the auction house. It's called a contract, and this will give you some bonus reputation on top of your normal one. And why is this faction the most important one? Well, because it gives you the epic head Azerite slot and some other cool rewards. So yeah, keep an eye out for those Champion of Azeroth world quests. Of course, you should also do the other faction world quests as well, because they can give both reputation, Azerite gear, and resources. Next, try to get all of the quests done in each of the leveling zones. That way you already have part of the upcoming Pathfinder achievement done, and of course, try to explore all of the continents as well. This doesn't really matter whether you're Horde or Alliance. In terms of gearing, well, you can start by targeting specific world quests for specific pieces of gear. However, do be aware that these pieces of gear scale depending on how high your current item level is. Next, you can start by doing normal dungeons and work your way up into the heroic difficulty. By the way, you can do this all with a bunch of friends. That's what an MMO is for. And that way, you can skip the horrible 305 item level requirement to be able to queue for random heroic dungeons. When you reached a high enough item level, you can start by doing all of the dungeons on Mythic 0 difficulty. You can only do them once and you will be locked out for the entire week. So you will have to wait up until the next reset day to do them again. The best and fastest way to grind Azerite is through doing island expeditions. You basically want to fill up the bar that you will see popping up when you click on the table in your main hub. Fill the bar up and get some nice rewards, including reputations. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Keep an eye out for the Champion of Azeroth world quest and use the contract from the auction house to increase your overall gain in reputation. Of course, try to do all of the other world quests as well. I know they're not that much fun, but getting reputation with all of the factions will help you out in the long run, as well as providing you with some high item level pieces of gear. If you are like me and you want to be more efficient with your time in WoW, then gear-wise I would only do the bare minimum, but still prioritizing leveling up your Azerite neck piece. Doing world quests and island expeditions will give you a lot of Azeroth power, more than you will find in dungeons. Personally, I will use the next 3 weeks to level up most of my alts while doing the bare minimum on my main, and at the end of those 3 weeks, I will go hard in the new raid and mythic pluses. In the meantime, you can, like me, level up some of your alts or maybe check out the Alliance or Horde leveling experience. Just know that you're missing out on very good content if you limit yourself to just one side of the story. But of course, at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. I'm only telling you guys how I'm going to spend the next 3 weeks in battle for Azeroth. And that is again all for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me know in the comment section down below how you guys experienced the BFA launch. Do you like the expansion and what your plans are in BFA for the next 3 weeks? Do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more WoW videos. For the people that are already subscribed, hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.